Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you are. Guys, I hope you guys are staying safe, keeping well. And you guys are having a great week, having a great day. All that good stuff. Guys, I would say if you could do me a favor and smash the like button on my videos, I'd really appreciate it. I put up an Anthony Joshua, Robert Garcia video earlier. And obviously smash the like button on this video as well. Share the video, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. It really helps the channel. It really helps me grow. The more you guys smash the like button, the more my channel will grow. The more obviously more clout I get. The more YouTube pushes out my videos. So I really thank you guys for the ones that do like smash the like button, but the ones that don't, if you can please smash the like button on this video. It really helps me grow, really helps the channel grow, and it really pushes my channel out there. I can't stress enough. So thank you for the ones that do. If you don't, please, if you can, smash that like button and hit the subscribe button, of course, and share the video if you've got time as well. But yeah, let's get into the video. So Canelo Alvarez must beat David Benavidez, according to Teddy Atlas, in order to claim his stake as the number 168 pounder. Now he's fighting Gennady Golovkin. Gennady Golovkin is a 160 pound fighter. He's going to be moving up to take on Canelo Alvarez at 168. Obviously Canelo Alvarez is the top man, seen as the top man, but there's a consensus forming around David Benavidez, which I personally think is a false consensus. If I'm totally honest with you, I think it's an unproven consensus, but nonetheless it's a consensus, and a consensus that Canelo may have to overcome if he wants to be considered the number 168 pounder, because a lot of people now think that David Benavidez beats Canelo Alvarez, doesn't just beats him, batters him. Some people think that, you know, David Benavidez does a number. Antonio Tarver thinks that Canelo Alvarez will knock out David Benavidez. David Benavidez's style is tailor-made for Saul Canelo Alvarez. Look, a lot of people are you know, looking at that Bivol fight and thinking that Canelo will get done by Benavidez the same way Bivol did. Look, styles make fights in boxing. Styles make fights. Stylistically, David Benavidez is a much easier fight for Canelo Alvarez. David Benavidez is very flat-footed. David Benavidez is very predictable. David Benavidez doesn't have huge punching power. And David Benavidez is a big target for Canelo Alvarez to target, especially the body. He's also not got the greatest defense, David Benavidez. So Canelo Alvarez, and he also makes more mistakes than Dimitri Bivol. The thing is with Dimitri Bivol is a very technically skilled fighter. He's a very he's very fundamentally sound. Fighters that are fundamentally sound are very dangerous because they don't make a lot of mistakes. Bivol's very consistent with what he does, and he does the things over and over again, but he's very consistent and very good at what he does. And he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Whereas someone like David Benavidez, on the other hand, he makes a lot of mistakes. You know, I feel like David Benavidez defensively isn't the best. He gets caught with shots, and someone like Canelo Alvarez can take advantage of that with his counter-punching ability. I think would take a huge advantage. I think he'd throw when Benavidez throws at times, and I think he could catch him and hurt him with something. Now, Benavidez might have a very good chin. We don't know. He has been down to lesser punch. I think it was Gavril, was it, that put him down? I can't remember who it was. I think it was Gavril that put him down. And these are lesser punches. But look, sometimes you can get caught with a good shot. However, I just think David Benavidez's style is a lot more tailor-made, a lot more suited, someone flat-footed, someone that's going to fight with Canelo Alvarez. David Benavidez ain't coming to box. David Benavidez is coming to beat you up. Canelo likes that. Canelo will enjoy that. Canelo will thrive off that particular style because Canelo likes somebody that comes to him. Canelo Alvarez ain't going to have to go search for David Benavidez, and David Benavidez is not going to go have to search for Canelo Alvarez. Although I do think Canelo Alvarez is the better boxer of the two. So Canelo Alvarez, for me, has the better boxing skills, and he's got a better defense. He'll make David Benavidez miss more, and it'll make him pay. Whereas I don't think David Benavidez has that ability, to be brutally honest. I don't think David Benavidez has that ability to make Canelo Alvarez miss. What David Benavidez does have, he does have a massive physical advantage over Canelo. So he has a huge reach, height advantage over Canelo Alvarez. Can he make that? Can he make that pay? I don't know. I'm not sure. Bivol was different because, like I said, Bivol is very fundamentally sound. So he was able to take advantage of the advantages that he had. Has David Benavidez got that boxing ability where he can take advantage? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure he can. You know, maybe look, there's a lot of you guys that are very high on David Benavidez. I'm not so sure. I've said it for a time now, for a while now, that I'm not so sure how good David Benavidez is. And I don't know whether you guys are pumping him up. You guys are making him out to be something he's not, or maybe I'm underestimating how good David Benavidez is. You know, only one of us is going to be right, and one of us is going to be wrong. The reason why I'm judging David Benavidez, I'm judging him off what I see in his fights. I'm judging it off the eye test, the skills that I see, the skills that he has, and the skills that he's displayed in his fights. He's obviously got very fast hands, very quick, very fast hands, but fast hands alone isn't going to beat Canelo Alvarez. David Benavidez hasn't got the foot speed, you know. Fast hands are good. Bivol had fast hands, but Bivol had the foot speed. He had great judging of distance. He could get in and out very quickly. For me, he was the more athletically gifted fighter out of Bivol and Benavidez, and that plays a big part in a fight. You know, in some beating someone like Canelo Alvarez. Like I said to you, Bivol has a style which is all wrong for Canelo. Benavidez has a style which is all right for Canelo, and what I mean by that is Canelo will enjoy someone like Benavidez because Benavidez will come to him, so you'll be able to see Canelo show off his array of skills, show off his array of different punches that he can throw, and the chances are his punches are going to land. You see, Bivol at times made Canelo miss. He got out of range very effectively. He got in range very effectively, and he was just too smart and too clever, and used his height and reach perfectly, and his style was all wrong for Canelo Alvarez. On the other hand, David Benavidez, like I said, is a come forward pressure fighter that's got fast hands. You know, he's coming to you. Canelo's not going to have to go looking for him, and that is what Canelo enjoys. So again, Antonio Tarver has a point where he says that David Benavidez's style is tailor-made for Canelo Alvarez, and I have to agree with him. I do think he's right. I think it is tailor-made. I think this is my opinion. I don't think David Benavidez is going to be able to do what he's been doing with the guys that he's been fighting. I think he's going to run into some serious trouble. I do, and that's just my honest opinion. And that's not hating on Benavidez. Look, I think Benavidez is a good fighter. He can fight. You know, I think he's a good fighter. There's no doubt about it. I just think that stylistically, I feel that Canelo Alvarez is all wrong for David Benavidez. Now, some of you will disagree with me. Some of you will say, Imran, you don't know what you're talking about. Time will tell. Time will tell if I'm right or if I'm wrong. You know, because at the end of the day, time tells us time will tell when both of them step in the ring, because they both will step in the ring with each other, because it's too big a fight for it not to happen. So this is a fight that will happen down the road, without question, without doubt. It's a fight that's going to happen. There's nothing that's going to stop this fight from taking place. There's nothing going to stop this fight from happening, because it's, like I said to you before, it's too big a fight, and it's going to happen. So we're going to see these two fight each other. It's a matter of when rather than if. You know, and that's because of the size of the fight. I've got more confidence in Canelo fighting David Benavidez than I have Canelo fighting Andrade, or even Charlo for that matter, because I think the size of the fight, and with David Benavidez putting in the performances and looking so spectacular and looking so monstrous as he is, even though I think it's against lower tier opposition, I think the fight will continue to grow, because people, you see, boxing fans can easily be hyped about a particular guy. You know, a good media push and a good promotion, boxing fans can get really sold on a particular fighter, and I think David Benavidez is one of those where I think boxing fans have really got sold on him, and I'm not so sold on him because I see flaws in his game. Now, I'm either going to be horribly wrong or I'm either going to be right, and some of you guys that rate Benavidez are going to be either right or wrong. And And the only way we find out is if David Benavidez steps up. Like I've said to you guys that I personally think Caleb Plant outboxes David Benavidez, but none of you agree with that. None of you see that, because a lot of you are buying into the hype of David Benavidez. A lot of you are buying into the hype, and you're looking at him and thinking he's a Mexican monster and he's this beast. But at the end of the day, we can't really buy into that when he hasn't really fought anybody. Now, you guys will say, Imran, well, you're kind of inconsistent because Jaron Boots Ennis has fought nobody. My brother's consistent. He says that Jaron Boots Ennis has fought nobody. So he might be a great fighter. But the difference is Jaron Boots Ennis, the eye test don't lie with Ennis. Ennis is special. You know, but again, that same thing applies to Ennis, and I'll tell you why. Because there's some things that your eye test can't judge until they step up competition. Your eye test can't judge somebody's heart. Your eye test can't judge somebody's chin unless they're hit. Your eye test can't, like I said, judge the stomach that somebody has for a fight. You know, your eye test can't judge those things. That can only be judged when you're in a fight, when you're being tested. You know, that's when these things can be tested. So this is the thing with Ennis even that is a kind of a miss at this particular point. We don't know how good Ennis is. Not because Ennis isn't a talent. Of course Ennis is a talent. Because of the fact that Ennis hasn't been in the ring with another killer. But Ennis's talent is something special and he's unique. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about that. Ennis is something special. It's just that there's these little things. If he can tick the box of having the stomach for a fight, having a chin, having the heart, then there's no stopping Jaron Boots Ennis. But David Benavidez is different because David Benavidez, I already see flaws in his game and technical deficiencies in his game, which I think are going to be a massive problem when he steps up in competition. Like I said, to his defense, his feet are flat-footed. I already see weakness in his game without him having stepped up, which is not a good sign because the elite competition will take advantage of that. Now, whether at 168 his size and strength might just be too much for everyone, possibly. Maybe his size and strength might be too much for most of the guys that he fights at 168. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong on that aspect because of the fact that he's so big. But eventually, the weaknesses that I'm telling you about will come to show at the top level. If he fights at 175, there's no question in my mind. The weaknesses that I've seen, that eventually those weaknesses will come to surface when he steps up and fights the top competition. There's no other ways about it. There's no other ways about it. There's no two ways about it. That when he steps up in competition or fights someone like Dimitri Bivol, his flaws will definitely be exposed. There's no doubt, in my opinion. But time will tell. What do you guys think? Does Canelo Alvarez, does David Benavidez have a tailor-made style for Canelo Alvarez? Leave your thoughts, and guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.